Welcome to DerekWeaver.com. In this video we're going to replicate the error open code and the error speed code. We're going to use a W957 without a hood to demonstrate these errors and how to correct them. However, the troubleshooting and correction is applicable to to all three of our wheel balancers, the W937, the W957, and the W977. First we're going to demonstrate the error open error. So if you hit the start button on your machine and it shows error open, ERROPN, that's an indication that the machine is set for hood start, and that's a simple user setting that can be corrected. So to correct that, start by hitting the house key. You'll see P in the inner window. Hit the house key again and you'll see on in the inner window, or in the outer window, and that's an indication that the machine is set for hood start. So to change this parameter, we hit DIS minus, and that's one of the parameters to change the machine to button start versus hood start. Now hit the house key, and to scroll through the other parameters that you can change, hit the DIS plus key. You'll see setup. Hit the DIS plus key again and you'll see BIP. Hit the DIS plus key again and you'll see APP. And hit the DIS plus key again and you'll see SP in the inner window. This is another function to control hood start versus button start. So once you see SP in the inner window, hit the house key and you'll see it's on. That indicates the machine is set for hood start, not button start. To change the parameter in the outer window, hit the DIS minus key. That changes it to off. And to set that parameter, hit the house key. You'll see SP in the outer window. And then to save those settings, so the next time you use the machine or turn the machine on, it stays button start. Hit the DIA plus key. The machine beeps 3 times and it says save data. And now when we hit the start button, the machine functions properly. And this particular wheel is way out of balance. And so now we've corrected the error open error by changing the machine from hood start to button start. The second error we'll demonstrate is the error SP, and that's an indication that either the shaft is spinning too slow or the wheel is not properly mounted on the machine. Generally, the wheel is not properly mounted. To demonstrate the error, I'll show you what happens. So you press the button, run through a spin cycle, everything acts normal, but you get an error SP in the window. The first thing to check, and if you get that error, is how the wheel is mounted on the machine, and we'll demonstrate that for you. The most common reason we see for the error SP is the wheel's not properly mounted on the machine. This is exaggerated, but you can see the wheel moving independent of the shaft. It's important that the wheel is snug. It doesn't have to be real tight because you'll strip the quick nut, but it needs to be snug so you get no movement between the wheel and the shaft. That's the first thing to check, and that's the most common problem with an error SP. The second thing to check is to make sure, without a wheel mounted, make sure that your shaft is tight. You use that, or check that with an 8mm Allen wrench. There's an Allen bolt that goes through the center of the shaft. And the third thing to check is the belt inside the machine, and we'll show you that in just a moment. If you have an error SP and you've checked the wheel mounting and the shaft and you still have the problem, the next thing to check is the belt. You can adjust the belt underneath. We're not going to demonstrate how to adjust the belt at this time. And those are the 3 most common problems. And again, this video is applicable to the W937, the W957, and the W977. If one of these solutions doesn't correct the problem, we suggest you give us a call on our toll-free number. It's 888-560-9510. Thank you for choosing DerekWeaver.com for all your automotive equipment needs.